What did Pharaoh have dreams about? A. Bread and birds. B. Statues with clay feet. C. Cows and grain. Or D. Bells and whistles. The correct answer is C. Cows and grain.
The dream included the loss of both cows and grain, representing two sources of food in Egypt. In Pharaoh's nightmare, the cows came up out of the Nile River. Because of the annual flooding of the river, the ground near the Nile was very good for farming, which is why Egypt rarely faced famines. The fact that the cows came out of the life-giving waters of the Nile only reinforced how severe this famine would be.
I have heard it said of you that you can understand a dream, to interpret it.
Dreams were very important in this culture. It was believed that the gods used dreams as a way of communicating with people. Places like Egypt would have people whose job was to interpret dreams. They would put together books to help, such as this ancient papyrus known as the Dream Book.
But now, the Pharaoh himself is haunted with the most terrible and confusing dreams, Joseph. No one in all the land has been able to explain their true meaning or bring him peace.
Pharaoh's dream interpreters and dream books were of no use. He needed to consult the one true power.
God will give Pharaoh an answer of peace.
Pharaoh's dream predicted a great famine in the land. This ancient relief shows Egyptians suffering from famine. God, through Joseph, not only told Pharaoh about the famine, but also gave the solution: to store the grain before the famine hit.
I am sorry, Pharaoh, but unless you plan ahead and save crops from the years of plenty, Egypt will not survive.
As your God told these things to you, Joseph, I can think of no one wiser to appoint as manager.
Pharaoh gave Joseph 3 things to let everyone know he was second in command. He gave him a ring, dressed him in fine linens, and gave him a gold necklace. The signet ring was used to seal orders from Pharaoh. Whoever held the ring had the same authority as Pharaoh. The necklace was called Gold of Valor and was one of Egypt's highest honors. This relief is of a victorious general wearing the Gold of Valor collar. This was quite a journey for Joseph, from a new coat, to prison, to new robes and the power of Pharaoh. There were times when it looked like Joseph's dream wouldn't come true, but God had a great plan all along.
Forget my plan, Joy. I think I'm going to start trusting a little more in God's plans.
Today's superverse is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. That's all we have time for today. Until next time, remember, God's plans for you are good, and you can always trust in Him.